you say something? I remember you saying something. It's buried in the sand. Joe's High Road. Alright. I could visit there. I'm pretty sure I can go there from ship.
What? You're not giving it back? The nerve!
Is such sweet sorrow. Heartache is such sweet sorrow.
All right, you're hired. Welcome.
Huh?
You are hired.
Well, fancy meeting you here.
A hot spring.
Sounds nice.
I know. Let's grab their uniforms.
You, go to the boss's chambre and tend to your duties.
What duties? She fell asleep.
It's literally shining.
This isn't the sphere they stole, is it?
Let's watch it.
Let's see. Total survivors of the final Crimson Squad selection exercise: 0, zilch, and zipple. Job done.
You pinhead, did you even count? Look, there are bodies missing. There should be 3 more candidates and their recorder.
Oh.
It's a dud.
Only naughty girls would scrounge through other people's bedrooms.
What about you? You're the ones who broke into our airship.
The boss's orders are permission enough.
I hate boss battles with these two. I really do. Of course. I have no idea if I need to use soft after this battle. Hoping I don't, though. Swear to God.
Don't you just love surprises?
Why does he keep doing that? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Okay. Kidding me, there's one more. What?
I was wondering why they'd bother stealing half a broken sphere.
Of course. They already had the other half.
I went through a lot of trouble gathering those pieces, all for noogie woogie. So don't you lay a finger on it. Let's get 'em, boys!
I swear to God, if they make this fight, I'm gonna cry.
This is...
How are you supposed to recall this? Oh.
It's all in the wrist.
Okay, so go to blue, avoid red. I don't know how to get that one, so I just won't.
What are you planning to do?
The only thing I can do. Keep those who would seek to harm Vegnagun away.
That's where these guys were shot. Oh no. I did save. Please don't do the battle screen. I swear to God, don't do the battle screen. Don't do this to me, man. I can't do this. Not today. Hey, don't. Oh.
Fight! You have to!
God.
Waka, stay here.
Why?
Wouldn't want you to overdo it, Daddy.
You're killing me.
Riku.
You really are.
Uh-oh. I think Riku's gonna be able to survive. Oh, never mind. Oh, you can set it? Oh my God. And this is nothing. Oh, wait. Hold.
My. What brings you here? We heard fiends were coming from the temple.
How was I supposed to
and you
know
just
this was
had
here?
to come running.
Yo, what are you doing?
There's a hidden path through the woods. Walk the treetops.
Really, it's gotta be this. But somehow. Somehow it's gonna be this. It's gotta be. But how do I get there? I've been spamming B. I can't. I don't know how to get up there. Go through all 3 routes to trigger the scenes at the gates blocking the path. Once you've done that, walk around the paths a bit longer, and then the Gullwings will remember some words of advice from Donna. Oh my God.
Donna said there was a hidden path.
Oh wait, we're already doing this?
Again.
Well, you can't be doing this right now. Get low or get down. You gotta choose. You can't just sit like this. You can't be doing this right now. That's not good. Okay.
Somehow I think there are deeper connections.
What is wrong with this guy?
Oh, Drid Hella's boob. Is an Aeon?
Every time.
This can't be happening.
Well, Pain's gonna be going living, isn't she? They do at least 300 damage. Of course. Yeah, we're dead. Please. Again? Why? Finally.
Get back!
Huh?
What?
Well, GG's everyone. Time to go home.
I'm just angry. One thing after another, and I'm already confused to begin with. Hey! Where am I? Ah!
Uni,
Yeah?
you met Shuyan, right? Was he anything like you-know-who?
Why are they refusing to say his
Not
name?
really.
Okay, so you're gonna love this. The reason no one ever actually explicitly says Titus's name is because you could change his name in the first game. He's the only one who could do this, so I kind of forgot. And yeah, that's the entire reason.
Oh, nothing makes sense anymore. I mean, just what the heck are we supposed to do?
Spectacularly spectacular! 'Twill be a yummy Unipalooza indeed. 'Twill go down in history. I most definitely want to arrange it. Can I?
Yep.
Rehearsal starting.
Wait, what? I wanted to buy things. Oh no.
We've got a sticky situation. Some fiends have shown up to snack on the spectator tours.
Pre-concert Hurtfest time.
Down you go.
Believe with me. Even if we are torn apart, our feelings will unite us. That is what this song is about.
Using gentle
Not how she sounds.
words to shelter me.
That's not how she sounds.
What's in my heart?
Is that what she looked like? Oh my god. That was...
Okay, but that doesn't explain why it happened.
When I
Oh my
asked, he
god!
said,
I think that Len's final words might have been happy ones. I love you.
It's a boy! You wanna meet him?
Yeah.
What? 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 He's already got hair.
I chose a name. His name is Vedina.
Oh, well, that was unexpected. Oh, please don't tell me I have to play blitzball. I'd hate to play blitzball in this game.
The Aurochs aren't coming. I hear they've got their hands full with babysitting. And guess what? They want the Goldlings to compete in their place.
No!
Are you?
Here's to hoping I remember how to play. I hate this. I don't want to play this game. Having Shinra on my team is a mistake. Everything a top head view. I don't get it. This makes no sense. This game sucks. I'm just gonna do that last. It's not worth the time.
All units, take your positions.
Don't start it immediately. Please don't start it immediately. Oh.
He wants us to challenge their unbeatable machina. Oh yeah!
I'm just gonna call it there. There's no point in putting the effort in today because I just don't feel like it. I have things to do. I have people to talk to.
Who will be next? What? Will no one step forward?
Uh-oh.
Well, I guess we're done.
You're forgetting someone.
Me? Lady Yuna, if I may?
Who's this one? Oh, what? Oh, it's these girls. Oh, this is gonna suck. Okay, I was a little harsh, I'll admit it. I mean, who would have guessed that the first 2 hours of an RPG aren't the best indicator of quality? You know, that's on me. I'm sorry, my bad. So, TLDR, I guess. It's pretty good. I'm liking it, mostly. You'll see. Wait, why would I put that there? You're supposed to watch it. That's the whole point of the video. Whatever, I'm over it. So the thing about Final Fantasy games is that they always have that one moment where everyone just sort of throws up their hand and goes, "Alright, Square, fine, whatever you say." Usually this happens right at the end of the game when the main man finds out he's not actually who he thought he was for whatever reason. That's a whole can of worms that I'm not going to get into right now. The thing about this game though is that it happens at like 4 hours into the game where we see Yuna and literally die in front of the big bad Sin replacement. This is where the story becomes less about getting spheres and more about saving the world. Again. I mean, there's no avoiding it. There isn't a game in this series where you don't save the world in some kind of way. That's not the important thing to me though. What really matters to me is how we're getting there. There are like 3 things that I enjoy more than everything else. The choice in Chapter 2, the Aeon hunt in Chapter 3, and the concert in Chapter 4. So what made the choice stand out? It was the call. No, it wasn't the call. It was because I felt like I made some sort of impact on my playthrough. Okay, it was the call. Anyway, the Aeon hunt felt like a powerful step for Yuna's character, which hopefully I'll get to at the end if it pans out. Honestly, she's become one of my favorite characters in the 2 games now, so hopefully it does. Finally, that concert was awesome. Not because it was amazing or anything, it was because it just oozes that early 2000s vibe. It's a Kingdom Hearts situation where the actual song itself isn't that great, but the melody is used in like every emotionally charged scene, so it just retroactively becomes a good song. Before I move on, I should probably talk about the tonal whiplash from last check-in. It wasn't as bad as I made it out to be. It's definitely there, don't get me wrong, but it's not that bad. The intro section, I think, is just more energetic to make the end of the Eternal Calm bit just a little bit more threatening. Even without that, I sort of get the shift now. I mean, it's been 2 years in universe. If everything was still gloomy, it just wouldn't make any sense. I said before that Besaid was like the calming point, the point where like the game sort of chills out, but that's not actually right. The game actually chills out right when Vegnagun becomes a thing, which is also where I think the story starts to ramp up. Well, it is where the story starts to ramp up. It's not just my opinion. Whatever, I'll just move on. I don't really know how much story I have left, but going off my level and how much time these games usually are, I'd say I'm like halfway there. I don't know where it would go to fill those next 40 hours, but I'm liking where it is right now. I can't make any final thoughts yet, obviously, but I think it's still a pretty solid time. Story-wise, at least. Okay, so the combat I'm still shaky on, not gonna lie. ATB, while bearable, isn't that great of an experience. It's just more of the same from last time. Timing is tedious, and it just doesn't work with the Switch. It's gotten easier to use, obviously. I've wiped off most of the rust, but it's still really annoying. Slow, stop, itchy, petrification is all made so much worse because of that stupid bar. I swear to God, if I get hit with itchy just one more time, I'm literally going to explode. I hate Vespas so much. I hate Vespas. But I digress. There's just no point in complaining in a system that's not only in every single Golden Age game, but also just isn't used anymore. So let's talk about the better part of the game, the dress spheres, again. So good news, it's fun. It's basically 10's character system without the need to grind up like 6 characters, so leveling up isn't as much of a chore in general. I find that the spheres I already have to be very fun already, so I haven't really explored to find any more, which brings me to the bad news. I don't explore or grind consistently. I didn't realize that exploration was that important until I went to the woods area for the first time. I just kept getting bombarded with side quests and it was just so confusing. I always feel like I'm 3 levels under what I should be as well. There were a few fights that were just so tough. I don't know whether that's a level thing or just a design thing though. Right now, or I guess after this, I'll be trying the sisters fight again. I have a pretty good idea of what I need to do, but I think it'll be pretty slow. This fight is the perfect example of what I mean when I say I feel underleveled. It's not necessarily a difficult fight, but my party just like struggles with some parts that I feel like I shouldn't be struggling with. I'm still confident though. It'd be easier if I could rely on basic attacks more, but these are ghosts or something, I don't know. I'm hoping that anima isn't as hard, but knowing how difficulty works, it probably won't be, so that's awesome. There really hasn't been much in the way of design that I haven't already said already, and frankly, I don't feel like it's fair to poke fun at Final Fantasy designs. Well, at least today. The music though, that's where it's at. I was so wrong about the music in this game. It's really fun and not a Ruby remix. I usually base how good these soundtracks are by how much I enjoy singing along with them, and I can safely say that I loved singing along. I think I was just in shock that the music wasn't nearly as depressing as the last game. Mind-blowing, I know. And that's about it. I don't really have much else to say other than, yeah, that's pretty good. Vegnagun looks stupid, but also Sin looked pretty stupid, so take that as you will, I guess. And that's about all I have for this conglomerate of check-ins. It's not the best, but there's just no way I recite every single session recap. I have things to do, people to talk to. I've already spent as much time writing for this video than I've spent playing the game. But whatever, I'll just see you in like a few sessions or something, I don't know.
I got a hunch that once we go on ahead, there's no turning back.
A hunch.
Both Verily and Vegnagun belong to him now. I have a plan. Can't call it a smart one, though. He acts through another's body. Stop the body, and you stop him. I'll shoot Verily. His body will be useless, but if we're lucky, he won't die. Shuyan will abandon Verily, and then he'll come back for me.
What then?
I will die. My body has already been rigged. I'm taking Shuyan with me.
I don't like your plan. It sucks. I don't want friends to die or fade away. I don't want battles where we have to lose in order to win. No matter how monstrous it looks, Vegnagun is still just a machina. So we can take it apart, right?
Yeah, maybe?
If we all attack at once, we can do this. We need to split up.
Leave the legs to us.
We've got the torso.
Guess that leaves the tail.
Okay, let's go.
Take that!
We're not done yet. I'll let you have this one. I'm going to go cheer Nuji on.
Got it!
You're just gonna be doing all the work.
LeBlanc never stood a chance against this thing.
I'm dead. What happened? That's very mean.
Make use his physical attack.
I don't know how that worked. I will not survive this next battle. I'm so scared.
This thing just keeps on ticking.
We'll finish it.
It's so big!
We did it!
Did we actually do that? Oh my god, I was so focused. Of course.
So I wanted to put a song here as a joke and all that, but like every song that I had in mind is copyrighted, and I don't really feel like learning copyright law right now. So it's gonna suck. Comment down below what you would have put here. Does that actually work? I don't think that works. Anyway, do that, or you know, or don't. But I mean, also do it, or I guess don't. I'm just gonna go. Actually, I'm just gonna go now.
That's an hour. Oh my god. Okay. So, turns out I was a little underleveled for the boss. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get Dark Knight and Alchemist, and then I'm just going to grind. We need to go to the Bavel Underground, wherever that is.
Where are we?
See there? Boris? Oh my god, it's my man! Guy! I forgot his name. Not his name. His name was like Gilbert. Watch it. Oh my god.
Newt!
I said your work's done.
Oh, right. Okay. Because we need to... This is how you go. Completely forgot. Awesome. Okay. Here we go. Boom, and then we're gonna get to a regular potion. Boom, right there. She's gonna be our anchor. She's gonna anchor us down, and if everyone dies, she's gonna be alive to put out a phoenix down. Now, I could be wrong. I don't really know how well it's gonna work, but it's fine. It's really fine. I should be good.
Can't end like this.
Figure out if it starts another dance.
Don't get it, do you? It's no good. He's not listening.
What did pain do to you? I know.
Let's go. I have a new song for you.
So much has happened, and I'm sure it's only the beginning. Through the smiles and tears, through the anger and the laughter that follows. This is my story. It'll be a good one. It all began when I saw this sphere of you.
Why don't they mention Titus? Is his name like... Whatever. I'm over it. So, that's the game. All 25 hours of it. And I can safely say that I'm kind of sad to see the credits roll so soon. I mean, I guess that's sort of my fault. The game would have been closer to 30 hours, maybe even 45 hours if I just explored like I should have. If I knew side quests actually gave decent rewards, I would have done so many more. Maybe the airship approach wasn't the best, especially for a game that really benefits from exploration. Truth be told, I probably could have beaten Vegnagun with my setup, but that fight actually hurt me. I get frustrated with fights, but that wasn't even frustrating by the end. I was just sad. I should get to reviewing though. It's why we're here, if we're even all here. So, the story, that's usually where we start. It was, how do I put this? It was what I expected, but also not. Let me explain. So after I finished 10, I saw that 10-2 followed Yuna, and my brain immediately started churning this idea that it would be about Yuna getting over Titus just vaporizing at the end of 10. Obviously that's not exactly what happened, but it's adjacent to it. That being said, I feel like the main theme of Final Fantasy X-2 is to move on, in some capacity. You'll see, I'll explain it. There are about 3 main events in this game that hopefully show you where I'm coming from. The Aeon Hunt, Shuin's poofing, and all of Final Mission. So both the Aeon Hunt and the poof are pretty metaphorical, but I think that's an intentional choice from the writers. During the hunt, the very real and literal defeat of each Aeon in some way reflects Yuna slowly breaking away from this dutiful summoner character she's been her entire life. She'd already shown signs of wanting to break away from it, but this part, I think, cements that. Yuna can't stay the Grand Summoner forever, and killing her, well, summons is probably the best way to show that. Shuin poofing was a little less violent, but it's about the same idea. There was always a not-so-subtle connection between him and Titus. His face, his entire aesthetic, the way he fights. Shuin is basically Titus's nobody. That gives his poofing some kind of weight in Yuna's moving on. I mean, unlike the Aeon, she didn't kill Shuin, she just let him poof off with Len. Now, Final Mission is a very literal interpretation of this whole letting go idea. That's what the entire story is about in the first place. Specifically, it's about knowing when to let go of friends. I know I should probably do some sort of story summary since I haven't really shown it, but I really don't feel like doing that right now, so like, sucks, I guess.
What am I looking at here?
This isn't good. Yeah, I don't. That's 100 levels. I'll just watch a movie. The important thing is that main premise of the trio learning to go on without one another. Next, I want to talk about the characters. I really enjoyed pretty much everyone, especially the trio. Yuna and Pain have pretty interesting arcs, and while Riku is just sort of there, she balanced them out a little. I didn't like Brother though. I actively dislike him, actually. It just bothers me that he's just so him, and also the only character we regularly talk to with an accent. Like, come on, it's saying something. I don't like it at all. I'd go into more detail about other characters, but frankly, there's just so much I want to cover already. I just don't have time. Now, the soundtrack, while very good, had a slow start. Ironic as that sounds given the energy of the game, it's true. Maybe it's because I came in with certain expectations, but those first 2 hours were a little rough. Generally though, I liked it a lot. It was a good time. The game isn't all great though. I've already made it clear that I don't really like ATBs, so we'll just move on to newer material. Dress spheres were really weird, as it turns out. So they were fun to use, and when I found one I felt some sort of accomplishment, but I also didn't really feel the need to find any. The beginning spheres were generally fine enough for me. They were safe, easy to use, and that's all that really mattered. There's really not much winning when introducing dress spheres, because if I started with a really weird class, it'd probably make no sense to me, but if I started with the easy classes, I'd only ever use them. Maybe it wasn't even a dress sphere thing. Maybe it was because I was just always under-leveled. I mean, I went into Vegnagun 20 levels lower than any other final boss I've ever fought in a game ever. I clearly missed the sign that said grind, but then again, I don't think that's necessarily my fault. Usually in these games, there's a boss that kind of pushes you to grind. The first that comes to mind is the water boss from Final Fantasy IX, but also, this game doesn't use the world map the same way that other Final Fantasies do. You don't have areas that reflect the level that you should be. You have difficulty stars that tell you pretty much nothing about where you're going. That, coupled with the charm wrinkle, which I got from somewhere, makes random fights feel less like a necessary chore and more like an obstacle. It really sucks because grinding in this game is just so much easier now that there are only 3 party members you have to worry about. As much as I'd like to excuse this, I don't think I can. So after 24 hours of gameplay and probably a week of writing, I'm finally able to ask the big question again. Is this game in the golden age of Final Fantasy? Frankly speaking, that's become such an abstract question. I mean, the Golden Age has always been described to me as when Final Fantasy games were great. Whatever that means. I've begun to think that this whole Golden Age idea is purely subjective with no real bearing on the series, and if I'm right, then this game sits firmly in it. The story is good, the music is fun, and the gameplay is about as annoying as every other game on the list, but with fewer chances to get lost. It might not be the pinnacle of quality, but it's definitely in the era, without a doubt. So that's it. That's the whole video. I put in all that effort just so I can say yes. That's pretty cool, I guess.
If you if you like this video, subscribe, like the video, and also subscribe. It really helps my ego and it grows the channel, which is cool. And yeah, that's about it actually. I've got nothing else to say. End card.